In the heart of Gary, Indiana, stood a house that whispered secrets, its walls tinged with a darkness that no one dared to explain. The locals called it the Ammons house, after the tragic family that once lived there. Stories of its haunting had spread like wildfire, leaving a chilling trail of fear in its wake. The Ammons house had a history that sent shivers down even the bravest spines. It all began with the Ammons family, a mother, Latoya, her 3 children, and her mother, Rosa. They moved into the old Victorian house with high hopes, unaware of the malevolent presence that lurked within. From the moment they stepped foot inside, strange occurrences plagued the Ammons family. Doors creaked open without reason, footsteps echoed through empty hallways, and chilling whispers brushed against their ears in the dead of night. At first they dismissed it as mere imagination, but as the days turned to weeks, fear clawed its way into their souls. Latoya's youngest son, Michael, was the first to witness the apparitions that called the Ammons house their home. Pale faces with hollow eyes stared at him from the shadows, their ghoulish forms sending his heart pounding. Terrified, he would rush to his mother, but each time the figures vanished without a trace, leaving behind an ominous presence that lingered. As the supernatural occurrences intensified, Latoya couldn't deny the dark energy that enveloped the house. She reached out to priests, spiritual healers, and paranormal investigators, but none could explain or dispel the malevolent forces that tormented her family. Some even refused to set foot on the property, warning her that it was cursed beyond redemption. The Ammons house seemed to possess a life of its own, as if it fed on the terror of its inhabitants. Objects moved on their own, eerie laughter filled the air, and the smell of decay wafted through the rooms. It was as though the spirits trapped within sought to drive the family out, their haunting screams tearing through the night. Latoya's mother, Rosa, bore the brunt of the malicious entity's wrath. She woke up with bruises that appeared overnight, as if unseen hands had clenched around her throat in a vengeful grip. Desperate and terrified, the family sought refuge in a nearby motel, desperate to escape the horrors that lurked within the cursed house. But the malevolence followed them, unyielding in its pursuit. As the family tried to flee, a demonic force tightened its grip on their lives, their bodies contorted in unnatural ways, their eyes glazing over with an otherworldly darkness. Possession seemed to be the twisted objective of the spirits that had taken residence in the Ammons house. Fearing for their lives and souls, the family sought help from an experienced exorcist, Father Michael. He was skeptical at first, but when he saw the terror in their eyes, he knew that something sinister lurked within the Ammons house. With faith as his shield, he entered the haunted abode, determined to face the malevolent forces head-on. Inside, the air was heavy with malevolence, as if a storm of darkness was ready to unleash its fury. Father Michael began the exorcism, reciting ancient prayers and wielding holy symbols to banish the evil. But the spirits resisted, their anger manifesting in violent poltergeist activity. Furniture levitated, walls cracked, and the temperature dropped to bone-chilling levels. As the exorcism persisted, the spirits' malevolence intensified. They taunted Father Michael with sinister voices, whispering vile secrets and threatening to devour his soul. But the exorcist stood strong, his unwavering faith a beacon of light in the abyss of darkness. The final battle against the malevolent forces of the Ammons house raged for days, but Father Michael's faith and determination proved stronger than the demonic entities. One by one, the spirits were cast out, their tormented souls banished from the cursed abode. The Ammons family returned to the house with trepidation, half expecting the horrors to resurface. But to their relief, the air was clear, and the darkness had dissipated like fog under the morning sun. The Ammons house stood silent, no longer a home for evil spirits, but a witness to the family's courage and resilience. Yet whispers still circulate in Gary, Indiana, about the Ammons house, a tale of terror that refuses to fade away. Some say the spirits still linger, waiting for an opportunity to reclaim their former dwelling. Others claim the evil force has been defeated once and for all. Regardless of the truth, the Ammons house stands as a chilling reminder that some hauntings go beyond the realm of fiction, immersing the living in a world where nightmares come to life. And should you ever find yourself in the vicinity of Gary, Indiana, be cautious as you pass the ominous structure, a house where fear still lingers and the shadows hold secrets best left undisturbed.